Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your number one Fat Asian coming to you today with another one of these all-time versus all-time experiments. And today we got an all-London affair. We are doing all-time Arsenal versus all-time Chelsea. And we're going to take these historic all-time squads and have them face off in a simulation season, and then after that, have them go head-to-head in a live-action match. Yes, if you are excited to go ahead and see these two titans of the Premier League go head-to-head, then take your hard, erect nipples, smush into the like button right now, subscribe if you are new as well. But without further ado, let me present to you the all-time greatest Arsenal squad ever to appear in FIFA, asterisk. That asterisk being, if they didn't appear in FIFA 10 and beyond, then I can't put them into the game. The reason being is I don't have the stats to actually put them into the game, and I myself, being American, have limited knowledge of older historic players, and I wouldn't presume myself to actually guess any of their stats. So what does this mean? Unfortunately, you're not going to see the likes of Ian Wright for Arsenal, and for Chelsea, you're not going to see someone like Jimmy Greaves. That being said, if they got an icon card, they most definitely are in there. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and start it off with, I think, not really an argument here, the greatest gunner of all time, Thierry Henry. His prime version comes in at a 93. Behind him at the center forward position, of course, is Dennis Bergkamp, who comes out to a 92 and going to be the captain of the side. We're going to keep the icons coming. On the left side, we got Mark Overmars coming in at a 90. At the right mid position, we're going to start Robert Pires. And the deep-lying CDM positions, you're going to have Patrick Vieira alongside Cesc Fabregas. At the left back position, you have Icon Petit. The first questionable one, there's not a great history of center backs over at Arsenal. I looked up Gallus, but he only came out to like an 84. So we are going to be starting Koscielny alongside the traitor, Sol Campbell, who comes out to an 89. And then Bakary Sagna is the highest rated historic right back that I could find for the side. And then they got Lehmann in between the sticks. I could have gone probably David Seaman, but when we inputted him into the game, as you can see, he only came out to an 85. And on the bench, you got some familiar faces in Aubameyang, Alexis Sanchez, Robin Van Persie, Ozil, David Seaman, as we said before, Hector Bellerin, Cazorla, Lacazette, Mkhitaryan, Mustafi, Torreira, and Kolasinac, mostly for depth. And then you can also see right here that Van Persie and Ozil are not their current ratings. And what I did is painstakingly I went back and I saw when they were highest rated in FIFA. I duplicated those stats for both teams because I want to see the best players in their prime versus the best players in their prime. And this invincible-inspired squad comes out to an attack of 89, a midfield of 90, and a defense of 86. But how does it compare to the all-time Chelsea squad? And boys, if you thought the Arsenal squad was pretty good, this Chelsea squad will give you a run for the money. Starting off, they might have the most prolific midfield I have seen in any of these all-time competitions. You got Frank Lampard, Ruud Gullit, and Michael Ballack. And up top, this is new because in the past, I wasn't actually able to do Drogba because his stats weren't available online. But for some reason, somebody uploaded his old stats from FIFA 10 and we were able to create a 90 rated Drogba now. Then on the left side, a little bit bittersweet for Chelsea fans, you got Eden Hazard coming in at a 91. On the right side, we have the recently retired Iron Robin, who comes out to an 89. At right back, we're going to go with Spilicueta, backline of Desai, and the captain of the team is going to be John Terry. I mean, come on. And then the left back position, you got Ashley Cole, who, I mean, there are a number of players who have actually played for both, but I think he's more remembered for his time at Chelsea. Simon Petr Cech, he's also played over at Arsenal, played well at Arsenal for a couple of years, but I think he's more renowned for his time at Chelsea. And then look at this freaking bench. 90 rated Makelele, 90 rated Zola, 89 rated Conte, 90 rated Crespo. You got flashback David Luiz, current Courtois, and then you remember all the youngsters that they sold. Yeah, KDB was on this team for a split second. Mohamed Salah was here for like half a season. Lukaku was here as well. You got flashback Fernando Torres. Deco was there for a hot second. Felipe Luis was there for a season. And then you got some death pieces in the current players that they have right now. And in actuality, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out and put a David Luiz into the right back position just because his flashback card is so freaking fun. All of this amounts to a staggering team total of an attack of 90, a midfield of 90, and a defense of 90s. So obviously, I would say Chelsea are the early favorites. But now, as you can see, we sit on July 1st of 2018. I have placed both of these historic all-time squads into the Premier League. And now, what we're going to do is sim to the end of the season and see which team finishes higher in the league. So let's go ahead and get that started. And as for to remain neutral, I shall be simming as West Ham. Now, there's a couple of differences in this all-time experiment than the past ones. And the biggest one being that this is now being run on the realism mod by the Fifa. And for you guys who don't know what that is, essentially is it makes the simulations a little bit more realistic. You're gonna have more realistic goal totals, and the top teams are gonna have higher points in general. Now, Chelsea or Arsenal do not necessarily need to win the league. It's just who finishes higher in the table is all that matters. And you guys can go ahead, vote up in the eye thingies right now on which one you think is going to come out on top. I'm gonna go ahead and make a prediction right here, and I'm gonna say, let's go chalk. Let's just go Chelsea, especially with the new realism mod. It usually goes with whoever is the stronger team. But I guess we'll see at the end of the season. Take it away, Time Wizard.
Go, Time Wizard!
All right, boys, we sit on June 1st of 2019. Let's go ahead and take a look at the player stats and see how they did. Starting off, oh no. My prediction might have gone horribly wrong. The man, the myth, the legend, Thierry Henry comes out on top, destroying all competitors, 33 goals. The next closest was Harry Kane of Tottenham with 24, and Sergio Aguero comes in third place with 21. And we take a look, it's actually another Arsenal player who comes up here in 6th place. Mark Overmars contributed 19 goals. Michael Ballack is the highest rated Chelsea player, contributing 18, and then we have 3 more Chelsea players on this list. Didier Drogba coming in with 16, Fernando Torres contributing 15, and then Ruud Gullit contributing 15. So even though Thierry Henry got the #1 spot, overall, I think it's pretty even. In assists, it is neither Chelsea or Arsenal. It's actually Anthony Martial of Manchester United who comes out on top with 21 assists. Okay, I see you. We have a trio of Chelsea players stuck from 5 to 7 right here. Deco contributed 11, Drogba contributed 11, and then Michael Ballack had 10. Let's scroll all the way down to the 12th and 13th spot, and you can see Overmars and Pires of Arsenal contributing 9 and 8 respectively. And oh, probably the biggest deciding factor right here. I think Arsenal might have won the league because they tie with Hugo Lloris for the most clean sheets. Lehmann coming in with 17, while Thibaut Courtois, oh, actually, I take it back. I didn't notice this, but there are 2 Chelsea players on this list. Thibaut Courtois contributing 11 clean sheets and Petr Cech contributing 8, which would put their total at 19 clean sheets to Lehmann's 17. But there's only one way to find out, boys. West Ham was in 7th, Man City in 5th, Manchester United in 4th, Arsenal in 3rd, Spurs in 2nd, and Chelsea is #1. Arsenal, what happened? How did you not beat Tottenham? You have all the icons. What the fuck? This makes almost no sense, because if you look at the numbers right here, Spurs only scored 88 goals, and they had a worse defensive record than Arsenal. Arsenal outscored Spurs by almost 20 goals and let in less, and somehow came up 9 points short of Spurs. You're historic Arsenal, not current day Arsenal. And my God, Chelsea, with the season to remember, only lost 1 game, almost duplicating the Invincibles. But Arsenal fans, do not fret, you have a chance at revenge in the live action portion.
Go, Time Wizard!
And here we go, guys, the live action portion. We have all-time Arsenal versus all-time Chelsea at a neutral ground at Wembley Stadium for all the marbles. Let's get it in. Look at them stride out onto the pitch, and let's have them battling out for a Champions League final. Why not? Oh, look at all these historic great names lining up. And as we are set to witness the Battle of London, you guys can go ahead and vote up in the eye thingies right here on who you think is going to win. Of course, on paper, Chelsea did look the stronger of the 2, but I have a feeling that Arsenal are, I think they're gonna lose. I'm still going Chelsea. I'm sorry, Arsenal fans, that team is ridiculous. They have like 6 icons on their bench. And also, it comes down to defense. Just Chelsea have a completely decked out backline, while there are a couple of places, a couple of holes in that Arsenal backline you can attack. But without further ado, Thierry Henry is gonna step up and start this match. Let the games begin. Oh, Hazard wins it. A little bit of a cagey battle, but Chelsea do come out on top. Hazard, not really being marked. He's going to send one in. Hans Lehmann only gets as far as Ballack. Oh! Not too far away. I would have put any money that Prime Ballack would have put this on target, but just wide. Pensive so far. Not too aggressive from Arsenal. Just poking, prodding, looking for bits of space here. Oh, this is good movement. Bergkamp, he's in. He fires it. It's a goal. A fantastic left-footed strike from Dennis Bergkamp. And Arsenal have found the way through. Really quiet stuff early on from Arsenal, almost lulling Chelsea to sleep, and then just like that, bursting to life and pushing it past Petr Cech. And 22 minutes in, Bergkamp and Arsenal find first blood. Pires gets the ball taken away from him early, and they're going to play it up to Drogba. Gullit is in space, fires it, it's a goal! This all began with a poor giveaway in the midfield from Robert Pires. They knock it straight forward. Excellent hold-up play by Drogba, and a single shot. Sol Campbell does not stick out a foot at all. Just let in Ruud Gullit hit it past. Oh, he does stick out a foot. It 5-holes Sol Campbell. And yeah, that's what Gullit does, guys. We're all tied up. What can Bergkamp do here? Laying it off for Overmars. Is he going to send one in? No. Holds on to it. Little LT-RT up to Fabregas. They're going to play it to the top of the box here. Vieira sends it over to Bergkamp. It's a second goal, Bergkamp. Look at this. Really patient. Didn't settle for the cross. Instead, works it to the top of the box. Excellent movement by Dennis Bergkamp, who slips in right behind Ruud Gullit and then takes that one first time perfectly into the back of the net. Petr Cech, no chance. And that is going to be it for halftime, boys. All the goal-scoring chances, they capitalized. Arsenal, 2 shots on target, 2 goals. Chelsea, 2 shots, 1 of them on target, 1 goal. Arsenal are dominating the possession 60-40, but I would say this is still anyone's match. Now Chelsea can break forward if they wish. Ruud Gullit looking for a pass here. He's got Drogba in space if he wishes to use him. Too late. Is he onside? It's a goal, but I'm 90% sure that he is offsides. Yes, he is. Yeah, right there. He has him. And then just a smidgy to Drogba. Hazard coming inside. Tries once more. Koscielny doing work. He's not an icon, but he's been solid so far. Chelsea have held the lion's share possession and done nothing with it for the past 20 minutes of game time. Waiting for Bergkamp possibly to go past him. Oh, it finds its way to Bergkamp. Beautiful layup. Oh! Petr Cech quick off of his line, but that easily could have been game, set, match. We're now into injury time, boys. Ruud Gullit has to send this in. He does. Drogba's there, but Koscielny, the hero, the non-icon hero, sees it through. And just like that, Arsenal have avenged their loss in the Premier League by capturing the Champions League title. That match was crazy because since the 65th minute, the ball did not go out of play, which means there were 0 substitutions in this match. But the rightful man is going to go ahead and lift up this trophy. The man who scored both goals for Arsenal. Fantastic strikes. Dennis Bergkamp, raise it up in Arsenal fans. I know you enjoyed this one. Smush your nipple into the like button right now, boys. It's been a long time for a much maligned fan base, but hopefully this brings a little bit of warmth to the cockles of your heart. And with that, boys, I think we're gonna go ahead and bring this experiment to an end. If you want to see more of these quirky all-time experiments, go ahead and click over here. There's a nice playlist. Or if you want to see pure insanity, check out my China Ruins Everything career. But yeah, this is gonna be it for me, BMOnus. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Remember to stay yourself, stay humble. Until next time, boys, stay thick.